Ladies and gentlemen, we are live for another edition of the NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode here tonight, and we are at the Daytona International Speedway. It is the cutoff race for the round of 12, and it is the Coke Zero Sugar 400 under the lights at Daytona. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content as we are about to get into this one. We have a lot of new subscribers to the channel, enough so to where yesterday we hit the first major milestone on the channel, 1,000 subscribers. Greatly appreciate everybody that came out to watch or listen to the Talladega race with me yesterday afternoon. We set a bunch of stream records, really. I mean, I think that stream is I think it's my second most liked stream already, and it's only been just over 24 hours since the end of it. It is by far the most viewed stream so far, shattering the Daytona 500 from the NASCAR Heat 5 championship mode in our Chase for 8 with Jimmy Johnson right when NASCAR Heat 5 released. That stream is at like almost 11,000 views. The stream from yesterday is at almost 15,000 already. You guys smashed it out of the park. Thanks for tuning in. And I think we had as many as 370 plus people watching yesterday at one point. It really did blow my mind. I was not expecting that. I was expecting, a typical, Monday race like we've done before, 60 to 70 at max, and we hit 100 before the end of stage one. I knew it was going to be something special. So I'd like to just say thanks for everybody who has supported me along the way and has supported me up to this point. We got a long ways to go. We are by no means done yet. We are also not done with this season in particular. 5 races remain until we have a champion crowned. Our second to last super speedway race of the year. Our third and final one, though, at Daytona. Last time we were here, the regular season, it was only an 80-lap event. And Keegan Schneider so far has been the most dominant driver in the super speedways, not just this season, but in the first 2 seasons of his Cup Series career on the Heat 5 career mode. On the left-hand side of your screen, more specifically the upper left-hand side of your screen, you'll see the point standings coming into today's race. This is, again, a cut-off race, so all those points will be trimmed down some more and organized some more after the end of this. 4 drivers will be eliminated from the playoffs at the end of the night, with only 8 drivers remaining. The only driver who is safe is Keegan Schneider, based off a win in the last race. Actually would have had enough points to clinch anyway, but he did win the last race of the playoffs. I should say I won the last race of the playoffs, but for those of you that are new, again, I talk in third person just to try to keep things realistic. So, locked in with a win in the last race of the round. Denny Hamlin is currently the second seed, 33 points above the cutoff line, but that is not safe by any means, knowing that this is Daytona. Anything could happen. Kyle Busch is sitting 30 points above the cutoff line. Kevin Harvick, 19 points above the cutoff line. Ryan Newman is 18 points above the cutoff line. Joey Logano, 14 points above the cutoff line. Martin Truex Jr., 13 points above the cutoff line. And the last driver above the cutoff line is Ryan Blaney at plus 5 points. Minus 5 points. Kurt Busch is the first driver below the cutoff line. Keselowski is at minus 21 points. Matt Kenseth's at minus 24 points, and Eric Almirola is at minus 34 points. We'll see what is going to happen here in this one, because it is going to be crazy. It is going to be crazy. I can promise you that one. Our cutoff race in the last round at Watkins Glen was absolutely nuts. Unfortunately, we DNF'd in that one. Let's try not to DNF in this one and see how all these point scenarios will play out. No practice or qualifying for myself entering into this race, so without further ado, let's just get into this one. BJ McLeod is going to be the only driver starting at the rear of the field, so we'll actually be starting 39th. Bobby Carter looks to be pretty fast this week. Of course, it is a super speedway. Really, any of these guys can win. Michael McDowell, same said for him. Michael McDowell also qualified on the pole, so the Daytona 500 winner from earlier this season in real life will have a shot to try to get a win before this season is up as well. Green flag is back in the air, and we're racing again on NASCAR Heat 5. Stages will be 50, 50, and 60 for tonight's race. Tim Irvin Action G, welcome to the stream. I've been trying to add moderators throughout the at the very end of the stream yesterday, and I'm going to try to add them as I go today, but I'm not going to pause the game to do it. So the longtime subscribers of the channel, again, don't ask to be a moderator, but I did mention that you know, if we were ever going to get to a point where we were going to start having a ton of people watching the streams, or we were going to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark, I was going to add some moderators to help with the chat. I wish I kind of would have had them going into yesterday, knowing there were 370 people in there. I was trying to do the live commentary and keep track of the chat as best I could. I definitely would have needed some help there. So don't worry, I will get most of you guys that are regulars of the channel that have been here for a long time, first and foremost. You guys will end up being moderators as soon as I can see. So Tim Irvin, I can already tell you that you're going to be one of them. Joey Gates making contact with Schneider already. Turn 22. We're only on lap 2. Michael McDowell already led the opening lap of the race as they got 3x3 through the middle and the back of the pack, as you are going to see all night long. Now side by side for the race lead at the front of the field. Can't tell who's on the bottom. It's Chase Elliott. So Elliott leading the bottom lane. Michael McDowell on the high side. Last practice for the Championship 4 as far as the super speedway racing goes. I know Daytona is a different track than Talladega. It's more narrow. It's not quite as high bank. Same rules package, though, does apply. Already 10 people watching in the early going of this race. This is going to be highly anticipated to get to the checkered flag first and foremost. Hopefully we don't DNF in this cutoff race like we did at the Glen. We have the win in the second race of the round, so we don't have to worry about today. Everybody else, though, that you see on the left-hand side of the screen, on the other hand, they might be a little worrisome. Right now you see Ryan Newman, who's just outside the top 20 on the outside of the 99 of Schneider, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. as well. William Byron, he came close to a win in the last race. Schneider gets shuffled out of line. Contact with the 6 of Newman. He's already spinning into the wall. Brad Keselowski collected as well. And we already have our first caution just 4 laps into the race. My goodness. My goodness. Was not expecting that just a couple laps in. Schneider's going to repair the damage being involved in the accident. Luckily, he only has 2 seconds worth. It could have been a lot worse. I think the wall straightened him out. So did Brad Keselowski, who was sitting in probably the worst spot possible for that to happen. Byron got to the left rear corner panel of the 99. He never actually made contact, but it took the air off the 99. He got loose, ended up making contact with Ryan Newman, and from that point, he just couldn't catch it in the center of the corner. So caution at lap 4, our first of the night at Daytona. And I have a feeling that it's probably going to be one of those races. So anytime you get a caution super early in the race within the first 10 laps, it usually just kind of goes to show that, especially at a super speedway, this can get a little nutty. We hope for the best that that won't be the case, but we'll have to wait and see. So Schneider lost about 10 spots, pinning to repair the damage there. He didn't take middle tires because he was involved in the accident. Kevin Harvick just got shafted to the outside lane on the restart. Schneider's going to go to the bottom, 4 wide already down the back straightaway. I think they were lucky enough to be 3 wide, actually, by the time Schneider made the move. Harvick had already fell behind without the drafting help, and Schneider slipped right back on the double yellow line, bump drafting with BJ McLeod. Be careful doing it because McLeod's all over the back of the 20. Now De Benedetto will shoot the 99 to the inside of the 78. Already well over 200 miles an hour at action today. Chase Elliott's led all but the opening lap of the race so far. Most of them under that caution, though, that we saw, but we're already at lap 8. Nice move to the inside, 3 wide. Schneider making up ground as drivers are coming off the double yellow line down the back straightaway. Got one up high. Say Schneider was just outside the top 20 on the caution. After 2 full green flag laps, he's pretty much about back where he was before the yellow. Eric Almirola leads this race. He's not necessarily in a must-win situation, all things considered, with it being Daytona, but 34 points below the cutoff line. He's 12th of the 12 drivers remaining. He has won this race before, not in the playoffs, but he has won the Summer Daytona race. So we'll see what he can do here. Michael McDowell is going to shoot to the inside of him now down the back straightaway, side by side for the lead. But Almirola perhaps in a good spot to get a lot of stage points if he can stay here for about the next 40 laps. Testing that he's got a pretty strong car early on. So they're going to try the outside for the first time. Pulled up in front of David Reagan. He's got 3 wide to try over right in front of him. Pretty solid draft for now, and now he'll push Austin Dillon into 3 to hop into the middle line underneath Clint Boyer. Now he'll drop back down to the bottom behind William Byron, well before Matt DiBenedetto can fill the hole. Joshua Rumsey, welcome to the stream. McDowell qualified on the pole, not only showing the single car speed, but even the speed in the pack. He lost the lead, he got the lead back for a lap, and now Elliott battles back to the bottom. It looks like early on, Elliott, McDowell, and Almirola definitely have some really fast race cars at the front of the field. Well, one guy who has not gotten to the front of the field yet is this 99 of Schneider. Look at him go 3 wide to the outside of Ryan Blaney and Ty Dillon, but he's got no help up here. He had Nemechek, but then Nemechek deserted him down to the inside, so Schneider being very ballsy, I'd say, early on, but in a situation where he's locked into the next round, why not try to make it entertaining for the fans? Dodgers and Harvick fan, welcome to the stream. Hopefully Harvick wins. That is definitely possible. He's currently above the cutoff line coming into this race today. He's in a good spot to make it to the next round if he survives, which that is easier said than done on these super speedways. Just enough of a pole. Schneider's quite a ways behind Nemechek and Logano. This is going to be a massive run. 209 miles an hour, 210 now down the back straightaway into turn 3. Schneider to the bottom. He made a 3 wide pass, and now he's all over Bilicki, who has been on a hot streak as of late after winning his first career race 2 races ago at New Hampshire. Schneider to the middle. A little contact with William Byron. Alex Bowman in the 88. Nemechek going to try to push Schneider. So they're going to go back down to the bottom of the racetrack to get the draft off of Bilicki in the 7. Even cars in the top 10, it seems like, between the top and the bottom. Schneider heads back to the outside once again. Oh, he almost turned the 16. He clipped the left rear as he tried to squeeze 3 wide in the middle lane. Trying to practice running 3 wide. Middle. Oh, man, that got dangerous. Contact with Justin Haley, but they hang on that time. Logano up to push the 99 on the high side. Oh, no. We got a car blowing up going into the corner. Josh Bilicki, I believe, is the car, and they'll throw the yellow. Wise caution there. That could have caused a very big accident as Bilicki was smoking about 3/4 of the way down the front stretch into turn 1. Pick Green Bay to win versus Cincinnati. That should be a pretty good game, honestly, especially in Cincy. Joe Burrow's playing pretty good despite coming off that torn ACL. He's looking very mobile, too. I'm quite surprised. Bilicki will remain in this race. It looks like he had a tire going down rather than an engine issue, so tire down for Bilicki. They threw the yellow before the crash. Smart move on NASCAR's behalf here. So all 40 cars will remain in the race and on the lead lap, and we'll head to another restart. Also a moderator of Black Flag Matters channel. Okay, cool. Yeah, most of you guys down in the chat that show up on a nightly basis, we trust that you will be mods. It's just hard to do during the stream while I'm here, but then I can't do it off the stream. as long as you show up on a semi-regular basis and you've been a long-time subscriber of the channel, I know who you guys are that have been here for a really long time. So Malicki was the only car that pit there. We've already had 2 cautions in the first 20 laps of the race, and that tells you anything of what's to expect. Chastain gets a little loose in the corner. Logano pushes Schneider to the inside of Haley. Haley forcing the 99 down, and that cut the momentum off of Schneider as he had to lift and let Haley back in. Couple cars on the high side, not as many on the bottom. My goodness, Schneider got tight. Poor Denny Hamlin almost got taken out there. He almost saw his playoff championship hopes flash before his eyes. Oh my goodness, that was a big block in second place. That Tyler Reddick up there. In front of Chase Elliott. There's a hole for Justin Haley. Schneider sees that, and he's going to try to push him through it. Kurt Busch currently leads the field. Coming in 5 points below the cutoff line of Ryan Blaney. Blaney nowhere to be found in the top 10 for the moment. Kurt Busch could be in a good spot here in about 32 laps to get some stage points, maybe put himself above that cutoff line. I'm definitely going to be going for the win. Still racing for playoff points that will carry over into the round of 8, so we will be racing for stage wins and race win tonight. Oh no, Haley gets sideways and saves it down the back straightaway. Schneider was pushing and pushing and pushing, and Haley just couldn't take it anymore. And almost completely lost the race car. We about had the first big one of the night. Had 2 cautions, nothing more than a couple cars involved in them. Schneider still finds his way up to 3rd behind the 8 of Tyler Reddick. The Chevy's out at the front of the field. Side drafts the 8 of Reddick, but he's not going to clear him. Reddick gets the pull off of the 1 of Kurt Busch, and Schneider hops back in line. Both the front row cars are up inside the top 5. They'll probably try to work together. That'd be Michael McDowell and John Hunter Nemechek currently running 4th and 5th. Yeah, what a save by Haley. I backed out of the gas there a couple times, hoping he would just save it and not wreck in front of us, but great save by Justin Haley. The transition to the banking as well. So they're trying to get to the inside of Reddick. Get to the corner panel and side draft, and that is exactly what he did there. He pulls him back. McDowell going to go with Schneider on the bottom lane. And now he's going to push him. Kurt Busch occupying the top in turns 1 and 2. Will he move down to block Schneider off the exit of the corner? Schneider's coming in hot with a huge head of steam. Big push from Michael McDowell. Push. And there he goes. He's starting to cut low. And he cuts down in time. Schneider just didn't quite have a big enough of a run. And now he's all over the back of Kurt Busch. And off turn 4, they're all going to gravitate to the top, it looks like. At least the top 3 will. Nemechek not going to go with his teammate McDowell. As he's trying to block the bottom. Reddick trying to get around it, perhaps. Well, Justin Haley lost a lot of spots. I think it was worth it, though, considering he saved his race car. There's Nemechek on that bottom lane. Schneider's going to try to time it perfect and cut down in front of him. Great move. And I don't think he could have timed it any better. And now Nemechek with the push. Schneider side drafts Kurt Busch. And the 99's trying to go for the first lead of the race. Regine Huddleston, welcome to the stream. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Michael Turner, welcome as well. Ethan, welcome. Welcome. Kurt Busch is not done yet on the high side of the racetrack. Schneider did not quite pull up and clear. He had a chance to. He's going to continue to try and side draft and pull the 1 car back. Both the front row cars are side by side. I'm sure one of them would like to try to get to the lead. 14 people watching, 4 likes right now. Hit the like button. Good battle for the lead. Nemechek going to abort the 99, but we get a caution before he can go 3 wide up the middle. Must have been a crash back in the pack somewhere. Hopefully it wasn't a big one. 3 cautions in the first 30 laps of this race already. I mean, this is going to be a long night. Oh, man. You can tell the drama is surreal with this being the cutoff race of the round of 12. Larson's not in the must-win. He's actually still the second seed, but he's only 22 points above the cutoff line. He definitely can't afford to have a bad day, that's for sure. I think he'll be all right, though. He typically runs well there in the past, and he's won 2 road course races this season. He doesn't have to win. If he's just in the top 15 at the end of the race, as long as the guys below the cutoff line don't score a ton of stage points or win, the top 15 will do for Larson. Well, Schneider was in the lead at the time of the caution. His first laps led of the race were under yellow. We'll see if he can lead his first green flag lap of the race as he gets a great launch into turn 1. Did not pit there. We got about 28 laps to go in the stage, and I think with all 3 of these cautions, I don't think anybody really has to pit in stage 1, with it only being 50 laps. The 38 is Nemechek. This is a 2020 NASCAR video game. This year's NASCAR game actually comes out in about 3 weeks, so this is last year's roster. That's why you see Nemechek in the 38. He was a rookie last year. Alfredo in the 38 this year. Nemechek dropped back from the Truck Series in 2021. So Schneider will lead his first green flag lap of the race as a double wide 2x2 on back. 23 laps to go in stage 1. And there's BJ McLeod, who's been so close to a win a few times this season. Didn't make the playoffs in the round of 16, but he is almost a solid lock for 17th in points. Schneider gives up the bottom, and Nemechek will try to take his first lead of the race. Bog going to try to help the 99 on the high side as they get the pole into turn 3. 50 laps in stage 1, 50 in stage 2, 60 in the final stage. That will make up the 160 laps in the 400 miles today. Goodness. Look at how tight they are back there, 3 wide. Schneider's just trying to block everybody he can to hang on to second place. Denny Hamlin, Super Speedway in Daytona, ace in the mix as well. He pulls clear the 21 of DiBenedetto, and now look at Chad Pitcham to the bottom lane. Oh, contact in the middle of the pack. Denny Hamlin gets shuffled in the middle lane. Him and the 49 got together. Now Reddick ends up in front. Both Pitcham and Hamlin are going backwards. And Nemechek's getting way out in front of the leaders. He's going to get ran down big time. In about another half a lap, somebody's going to get a gigantic run on him. He's probably not going to be able to hold on. Tyler Reddick trying to push Schneider. Schneider might be the one to get the run if he can hang on to second place here. Oh, this isn't iRacing, no. No, this is just a console game. I don't have iRacing. I don't have a, I don't believe this, I mean, it's a gaming laptop, but I don't think it's, I don't trust it with, being able to keep up to date with iRacing, so I'd probably have to get another PC if I was going to do that. I'd like to get into it at some point, but, you know, the money I spend for my free time is on going to NASCAR races right now, but who knows, maybe I make extra money on the side for the YouTube channel and that helps pay for iRacing. There's more content to the channel. I would throw it to the channel if you guys would see me do it. It wouldn't be on an every night basis. I love doing these live commentaries. Of course, it's the ultimate goal is to get into the broadcast booth someday. Schneider didn't get as big of a run on Nemechek as I thought. Chastain's trying to give him a push. Now Schneider's got a run on John Hunter, and he'll look to the high side off turn 4. Nemechek with a block. Schneider to the bottom. And now he'll side draft the 38. I couldn't even tell who led that lap of the line. I think Nemechek had the 99 by an inch or so, but here we go, new leader into turn 1. So they're going to try to lead officially for his second time today, if he can lead this next lap, because I don't believe he led the last one. Look at this top 5 right now. Outside, well, I should say second or fifth have not won ever in their NASCAR Cup Series career. That is how wild the running order is. Well, I should say Chad Fincham's got to win. He won the Geico 500 last year at Talladega in Season 1 of the career mode, so I guess Chad Fincham, out of technicality of the career mode statistics, he would have one career win. But everybody else, Hauff, Nemechek, and Chastain, they do not. Tyler Reddick as well, who's not far behind them, also without a win in his career. BJ McLeod in the top 10, he's without a win. That's just insane. I think I see Corey LaJoie behind Reddick on the inside. I think the only drivers in the top 10 who have a win in the Cup Series in real life is Alex Bowman, and that's it. He's trying to hold on as long as he could. It looked like Chastain beat him. Schneider's trying to stay alongside the 77, but he's all clear, and now he'll pull up to the high side. Schneider gets a run back, though, on the 77. Can't quite get behind him, and as soon as Chastain went down to block Hauff, Schneider had a big hole punched in the air. I think Fincham tagged the wall. Schneider barely kept it off the wall. And the outside's starting to lose some momentum. Trying to get as close to that wall as possible. Trying to get all the speed down the straightaway as he can with the banking. And then when he gets to the straightaway, that's where he has to side draft. But they are losing a lot of ground right now. They need more cars up here in front of them. And Schneider's just going to abort, get to the bottom between Austin Dillon and Joey Logano. Now he gets a massive push to the 3. They may try to go to the outside, and they will. Ross Chastain leads. LaJoie got to hop up in front of the 3. Schneider aborts again. 32 and the 3 still trying to work together. They got no help behind him after Schneider left. And look at the hole punched in the air for the 99. A move high off turn 4. One stalls out immediately. Hops back in line behind Reddick in 4th. 15 laps to go in stage 1. I think the only playoff driver, there's 2 playoff drivers, Logano and Almirola, that are inside the top 10 right now that aren't Schneider, who's already locked in the next round with a win. In the second race of the round. Oh, you're playing Madden right now and trying to win with the package? Well, I don't think this is going to work. 3 wide, no help in that middle and upper groove. And, well, here comes Austin Dillon. It was just a little late. He tried to help the 99. Reddick already pulled clear, and I'm gonna have to watch the 8 and the 3. Those 2 are teammates. They may work together themselves. Schneider makes an abrupt move to the outside. Austin Dillon gonna go with Reddick on the bottom, it looks like. Schneider pops back in line. Chastain's led for a few laps consecutively now. Side draft the 8 of Reddick again. Austin Dillon looks like he's going to pull to the bottom. Schneider going to be able to get down. He's not even going to try. He'll just hop in line behind the 00 of Hauff, it looks like, and he'll lose a couple positions. He's trying. Nobody's going with him on the high side. Not enough cars up there. I need to get a franchise mode going on Madden 06. Now that it's football season, so I can start playing that when I have downtime. There we go. Now there's some help on the outside, at least to get around the 3 of Austin Dillon. And that will split the RCR cars up. Schneider's the only non-Chevrolet inside the top 5. No Fords in the top 5. You got to go back to Nemechek in 6 before you find the first Ford. And he's got Logano, a fellow Ford, right behind him. And here we go. Now we got some cars stacking up on the high side. Chastain's going to pull up the block. That's a wise move. And Quinn Houff's going to go to the bottom down there. Looks like Reddick, Schneider, and Austin Dillon all going to try to get this outside lane to work. Quinn Houff trying to make some headway. He's going to side draft for 3. That's going to... not really going to help Austin Dillon. That was an aggressive side draft by Houff. You can see him trying to take the 3's line away and then hop back down to the bottom in the draft behind the 99 again. Schneider's all over the back of Reddick. He is pushing him like crazy, trying to get into the 77, but Chastain's got a strong car in the clean air. It's like quite a few laps consecutively now. Look at the Florida palm trees, yeah. Off in the distance. Oh, Reddick tried to go to the high side again, and he's going to lose the inside lane. Schneider bobbled a little bit on corner entry. He'll still clear him, though. And now Schneider's up to second, and Reddick will push to the 99. We'll try it this way, see if this tandem will work. 99 out in front. 10 laps to go in stage 1 this time by. Everybody is going to be good on fuel to the end of the stage without having to pit due to the 3 cautions we've already had in stage 1. We see cautions typically at the end of the stage, as you saw them even in real life yesterday at Talladega. At the end of stage 1 and stage 2, we had seen some accidents in the pack. So you never know what lap could be the last one in the stage as you get closer and closer to that green, white, checkered flag. Schneider had a good run on the back of the 77. That was a great block by Chastain to hang on the high side initially and stalled the momentum out. Schneider's going to have to get another big run. And here he comes down the back straightaway, trying to get to the bottom. And Chastain with a very, very big block. Schneider runs into the back of him. Chastain holds on. Creates more separation again. Reddick again trying to lock bumpers. They're going to go high, so is Chastain. Down to the bottom. Now he's on the left rear corner panel of the 77 car. And that's going to be enough. Side draft in the center of the corner. Reddick going to go with the 99 as he has pretty much ever since he got passed by him. Oh, Reddick tried to clear the 77. Didn't quite have it. He will have his teammate Austin Dillon behind him, though, on the bottom. And Schneider now trying to block 2 lanes as they're still side by side for second place off turn 4. And Schneider's going to try to make this car wide now. 8 laps to go in the stage. This is only the 3rd time he has led today in stage 1, despite really being in the top 10 the last 20 to 30 laps. 3 wide now. This is going to get even harder. Can't block all 3 lanes at once. Nowhere to go there. Ross Chastain being pushed by the 00 of Quinn Houff. Will he pull to the bottom or will he stay with the 00? Austin Dillon now to push the 99. Chastain trying to move down. He squeezes Schneider. And they almost make contact going into turn 3. That was a close call. That actually kind of helped that they didn't make contact because Schneider was able to side draft Chastain, get the pole. Dillon stayed locked onto the back of the Toyota Camry in front of him and back to the lead once again. They got 7 to go on the stage, so they never officially lost the lead in the last 2 laps consecutively now. Reddick behind the 77. Man, Chastain has a very fast car here today. Houff in that 3rd lane up high, but he doesn't really have any help. Chad Fincham's behind him, but they're still a little ways back, and they're probably going to need more than just those 2 cars, I'd have to imagine. 6 more laps. They're starting to actually make some ground up there. Oh, they're definitely making some ground up. Big run incoming. Led by the Starcom Racing 00 of Quinn Houff. Schneider pulls up in front of him. Trying to hang on. Big stack up in the middle lane. Reddick Truex got out of the gas and you saw him bobbling down the back straightaway. Schneider couldn't get the car to turn to the bottom of the track, and Austin Dillon will cycle to the lead. Oh, Chastain going to try to take it 3 wide, and Schneider's put back in the sucker hole right now. Right in the middle, nobody wanted to go with him. Oh man, he almost got hooked by Haley. Back to about 5th place with 5 laps to go in stage 1. Running out of time. Schneider trying to side draft Ricky Stenhouse. Patrick Shadley, welcome into the stream. Schneider quickly back to 3rd. Stage points don't mean anything for the 99 today. Strictly the stage wins to get the playoff point that will carry into the next round will. Austin Dillon on the bottom. Nemechek on the high side. Schneider pushing him. Busher on the high side as well. Oh, Schneider's going to hang out Nemechek now. They were actually making some good ground. Just might stall each other out. Schneider can't clear the 38 off turn 2. He barely does. He barely did. And Nemechek is there. Austin Dillon doesn't really have much help. Nemechek going to push Schneider. Off of turn 4, Dillon moves high to block. Schneider back to the bottom. 3 laps to go in stage 1, and he pushes the 3 of Austin Dillon. Chastain's starting to make some ground back up on the bottom. He's not done yet. A ton of non-playoff drivers up inside the top 10. 2.5 laps to go in the stage. Schneider waiting for a run from Chastain. And then he'll pull low. Now he does, but Dillon pulls low at the same time, and he was able to block. Schneider timed the run pretty well, but Dillon timed it just as well, if not better. But he gives up a little room on the bottom. Just enough for Schneider to squeeze in there. He did not get in front of him below the WO line. He came back up when he was on his door. And now Chastain's trying to push the 99 past the 3. The 38's on the outside to try and work with Austin Dillon. Lap and a half to go in stage 1. Black Ace, welcome into the stream. Oh boy. Now the cars on the bottom have locked bumpers. The cars on the top, not so much. Schneider will clear off turn 4. Chastain in 2nd. Will he clear as well? He may be if he backs out now. Oh, no, not quite. Final lap of stage 1. Can Schneider hold on for one more lap? They have timed it out well to get another stage win. And another playoff point that will carry into the round of 8. Dillon on the high side. Chastain on the bottom. In that second row behind the race leader. Denny Hamlin fighting back inside the top 10. He's on the double yellow line with not a lot of help. Schneider into turn 3, still with the lead. Controlling the lanes beautifully. And as they make their way off turn 4, Nemechek on the high side. He's got a pretty big run coming. Schneider up the block at the last second, and Keegan Schneider will win stage 1 at Daytona. In the round of 12 finale, adding on to just another stage win this season, 45 on the year. So look at my statistics. 45 extra playoff points going into the round of 8 now. You never have too many of those. And everybody will be pitting during the stage break, topping off on fuel and tires, means most of the field did not pit during the first 3 cautions of the race. And let me take a moment to calculate all the drivers that had received stage points in stage 1 as well, so I can get the left-hand side of the screen updated at the end of stage 3. I won't update the left side of the screen until after stage 3, The only playoff drivers who got stage points, actually the only one who got stage points in the playoffs of the 12 was me. And I have won the stage, and I'm already locked in the next round, so all I got was the playoff points. So I guess I didn't really have to tally much there. That was quick. Easy for me. Makes my life easier and makes the break in the action shorter.
We're going green. Ready.
Green flag back in the air. Stage 2 underway at Daytona.
You got room. You're clear.
We got 20 wins this season. Sitting at 20. Oh, I forgot to shift to 4th gear. Oh, that's not good. And there's Austin Dillon. Schneider got a good launch initially. And I think he'll be alright still, but definitely late into shifting from 3rd to 4th. Alright, fanning out 3 wide. I mean, it's been aggressive today, but just wait as this race gets later, and just wait till these playoff drivers get up towards the front of the field. I'm sure they'll be even more aggressive. Literally, Schneider's the only stage driver, or the playoff driver, inside the top 10. He's already locked into the next round. We got the playoff point, so that's big. Stenhouse. He's won these types of races a couple times. Oh, Bobby Carter. Probably won't be seeing him anytime after this game. This could be his last shot to win a race. Schneider blocking all 3 lanes at once now all of a sudden. Business has picked up. Schneider's trying to block all 3 lanes at once. About as good and as cleanly as you can do it. Oh my goodness. I can't wait for the Championship 4, assuming we make it at Talladega, because that is going to be wild. And there goes Carter. Schneider did all he could. He could only hang on really for about a half a lap once they got 3 wide. Big push coming from Stenhouse. Schneider in the back of Haley. Now he's underneath him. Really got a little loose. It separates from the 73 of Carter. Austin Dillon will lock bumpers on the bottom of Schneider. Bobby Carter leads at the start-finish line. 44 laps to go in stage 2. Schneider pulls clear the 16 car. Justin Haley, he'll pull low into the center of the corner, trying to get underneath Carter. Big time side draft on the 73 car. And now a big shot from Austin Dillon off turn 2. Schneider stays in the gas. And he may power back to the lead quickly here.
Still there.
4 cautions today, 3 for incident, 1 for the stage break. All 3 for incident stage 1 came in the first 27 laps. And we had a long green flag run to the end of the stage. Somewhat tamed out. Yeah, Bobby Carter's last season, assuming he doesn't make a reappearance in NASCAR 21 ignition. So we got 3 drivers retiring, him, Jimmy Johnson, and Clint Boyer. Johnson and Boyer will not have a shot at the championship this season. Boy, that was close too. Well, you think it's intense now. Let's alternate through the different camera angles for the first time today, starting with the in-car driver cam. We're at the beginning of stage 2. Well, never mind. We got a caution back in the pack, our 4th for incident, our 5th total of the race. So 5th caution of the day. So much for alternating through the different camera angles. We got a whole 10 seconds in. We get a caution from behind. Everybody's going to stay out of the pits here. If we get one more caution, I think we'll be fine to make it on field to the end of the stage. And I think that's the strategy and why everybody else is staying out. Justin Haley's going to pit. And he's literally the only driver that's going to pit. Jimmy Johnson is out of the race, by the way. He's the only driver done for the day up to this point.
Drive safe, be smart, keep your head on straight.
Yes, I can read you guys' comments.
Let's go.
It's just hard to... Daytona, Talladega, short tracks, road courses, it's tough. I'll read and I try to give as much feedback as I can on top of the commentary. A lot of you guys coming out tonight. Appreciate it. I think Starcom already sold their charter. I'm thinking it could be front row, perhaps, only because it sounds like they may be shutting down at the end of the year. That's not confirmed. Don't take my word for it 100%. Could be, and they have two well, that would only be one charter, though. Because front row has two charters. They got the 38 and the 34. So if they were to, you know, close down, they would have two charters to sell. I don't know if they sold one.
Got one up top. All right, clear on back.
TRG, Eternal Tornado, welcome to the stream. From yesterday. I'm just trying to block all these lanes at once. Oh man, Michael McDowell almost ended up in the wall as I almost ended up in the wall. That was almost simultaneous. McDowell losing a ton of positions. Backing up, he's got Stenhouse way back there, but they're probably outside the top 15 by now. Now we're starting to see some playoff drivers in the mix. Kevin Harvick, that inside lane, Logano just a couple cars behind him. Truex is just outside the top 10 back there. So still in stage 2, Carter going to get to the lead with a big push from Kevin Harvick. Custer trying to push the 99. Oh, Harvick. He got out of the gas trying to get a run. He's going to pull up in front of the 99. Snyder's going to pull underneath him. He's not going to work with the 4 and the 3 wide. Oh, contact. Custer is sideways. And he saves it. Oh, my goodness. Snyder bouncing his way back to the bottom. What a save by Cole Custer. We saw that's the second gigantic save we've seen today. First by Haley in stage 1, and now Cole Custer in stage 2. And meanwhile, it is Chris Buescher who's going to get to the lead. Blocking Bobby Carter, getting into the corner. Christopher Bell in the top 5 for, I believe, the first time today. Snyder clear of Bobby Carter. He's got a pretty good run down the back straightaway on Chris Buescher. Buescher had a pretty big lead. Snyder going to try to beat him to the inside into turn 3, and he does. Buescher leads that lap at the line. Finchem's back inside the top 5. How about Matt Kenseth? Sitting well below the cutoff line. 24 points below the cutoff line to be exact. The only driver out of the race is non-playoff driver Jimmy Johnson. Got 5 cautions today. sure we'll be seeing more. We know we're going to get one more for the stage break at the end of stage 2. I don't think that's going to be the only one, though. We still have not seen the big one. Nothing more than a 3-car accident on lap 4. Everything else was single-car incidents. Busher, Christopher Bell, side by side for second. Reddick on the high side. He's hung out to dry. Pinch him up the middle. Oh, look at Chad Fincham. He's coming in big time. With Alex Bowman in the 88 behind him. Schneider's just swerving back and forth, trying to hold on to the lead as best as he can. And here comes Chris Busher with Tyler Reddick. Bell's going to push the 99. Busher will clear on the bottom. Can't really see much here. You can see the camera off the back bumper of the 17. Schneider might have just scraped the wall there. Oh, that could have been really bad. Schneider lost a ton of momentum off turn 4 after getting into the wall. Gets quickly back to the bottom. This is the first time he's been outside the top 10 in quite a while. Big run up the middle. Splitting Austin Dillon and Ryan Blaney 3 wide. Back to the bottom underneath the 22 of Logano. Only got a few spots back quickly. He's still carrying a gigantic run off turn 4. Nobody's pulling down to the bottom in front of the 99 to get the run. And now Kenseth does. Schneider just went from 11th to 3rd in about 3/4 of a lap. I don't know if Allmendinger's running the Cup race this weekend. I think he's probably not. They're probably having him focus on the Xfinity Series playoffs. Oh no, Kenseth is loose. Keep your foot in it. He was sideways. I don't think he lifted once. And Schneider kept pushing him because he has the 88 pushing him from behind. I don't think Kenseth had much of a choice but to keep his foot in the throttle. He probably would have been turned right around and he drove right out of it. Schneider underneath Kenseth. Gonna side draft him down the back straightaway. Ty Dillon in 13 from behind. Cutter is going to stay high to try and block Kenseth, and here comes a push from Ty Dillon to the back of Schneider. Schneider still trying to side draft the 42 of Kenseth. Ryan Blaney inside the top 5. 5 points above the cutoff line. Kurt Busch didn't get any stage points there, so still all the stage points you see on the left side of the screen is accurate at the end of stage 1. Didn't even have to update it. So that is the points as we run. That just puts guys like Kenseth and Almirola in a even closer to a must-win situation. Barring a lot of luck. Oh, man! Ty Dillon just about turned the 99. I mean, he was pushing him square, and Schneider off the exit of turn 2 just got really loose. Big time wiggle. 3 wide on the bottom. Boyer in his final season in the middle lane. I don't even know who's on the high side right now. It's Ryan Blaney. Caution's out back in the pack. Titus Schneider got in line behind Ty Dillon on the inside in third. Our 6th caution of the race. Kenza did it for Dale. That's a good one. Did it for the field. That's what he did it for. Yeah, Patrick, I remember McDowell saying something about him not having a contract lined up yet for next season. He's got to stay in the Cup Series. I mean, he just won the Daytona 500 this year. Everybody's going to make it on fuel to the end of the stage now. Bobby Carter will get the restart from the lead. We've seen him out in front a couple times today. And he flagged back in the air at Daytona. Schneider's going to try to get underneath him. Quickly, side by side. Will he clear? Schneider didn't even want to push the 73. He left the bottom open, so he just went 3 wide and takes the lead himself. That's not going to give the 73 a lot of momentum, though. Ty Dillon's losing a lot of ground on the high side himself there. I think he also got shuffled out of line outside the 95. Was behind him pushing, and look at Blaney making some moves. Restarted 5th. He's on the outside of Boyer for 2nd. Blaney ran good at Indy on the last road course, finished 2nd. He's been kind of hit or miss on the road courses this season. He's not as consistent as years past on the road courses, but he's had some solid top 5s and top 10s. But it seems like the races, he's not in the top 10. He's struggling to stay in the top 20. It's kind of weird with him this year. Usually he's, you know, just a consistent top 10 guy at road courses, like an 8th to 12th place guy at road courses. But this year it's been like top 5 or bust. He has won at the Roval. That's his only career road course. We do have 2 drivers out of the race now. Whoever brought out that last caution is done for the day. 22 laps to go in stage 2. I couldn't tell, but it looked... No, I'm not going to... Until I know for sure who it is, I'm not going to speculate too much, just in case it is a playoff driver. Larson's a good pick this weekend, too. Allmendigger's definitely one to keep an eye on here. He's won here, what, twice in the Xfinity Series already? At least once in the rain last year, but I think he won the year before at the Roval, too. In the Xfinity Series. Joy made a gutsy move to the high side, falls in line behind the 88 of Bowman once again. Action-packed race from the get-go. It's 20 laps to go in stage 2. Schneider is about 5 laps for the good on fuel. Bowman had a pretty big run that Schneider saw and blocked immediately. And Schneider's led every lap since the restart so far. This might be the longest amount of laps he's led consecutively in this race. Four or 5 laps now. We're loose in the middle of turns 3 and 4. He still holds off everybody in the pack. 3x3 way back there, but closer to the front, not so much. I didn't even see LaJoy move down to the bottom. He's like on the bottom 4 rows back. And there goes the 88 of Bowman. Will he clear on the bottom? Boyer going to try to push Schneider. Bowman thought about clearing, didn't do it. If he's going to, he better do it now. Schneider's going to have pretty good momentum. Bowman's still clear into turn 3. Schneider trying to close. Now he'll pull out of line to make the move into turn 1. Side drafts the 88. 14 to 41 teammates are side by side. Boyer going to push Schneider. Blaney is pushing Custer. Will likely push him into the back of the 88. He needs to. Although it would be dangerous. That's how we saw literally all 3 crashes happen yesterday. 3 cars pushing simultaneously. Schneider's clear. Bowman led for 1 lap. Schneider right back to the lead. I think Ross Chastain is the driver out of the race, which is a big shame because he looked like he had one of the faster cars in the field tonight. I believe Chastain is the 2nd driver who has DNF alongside Jimmy Johnson. All 12 playoff drivers still in. All 12 of those playoff drivers coming in on finishes all in the top 15. Nobody finished outside the top 15 of those 12. That's how competitive it has been so far in this round. We saw the first round was very competitive as well.
Got one peeking inside. All clear. Got a car high now. You got room. You're clear there. Got one peeking.
That was a great move by Chad Fincham. I think he was on the outside, like 3rd, up in line. Schneider got into the wall. Custer's sideways. He's trying to save it. Schneider's still in the wall. Lost a ton of momentum as we stay green. I couldn't tell if somebody was wrecking in the back of the pack there too. It looks like they gathered it back up again. That just spaced the field apart. Some damage on the right side. And the rear. Haley hit Schneider pretty hard from behind as well. 15 laps to go in stage 2. That is a lot of ground lost. Schneider's all the way back to 26. They're still 3 wide up inside the top 5 and side by side for the lead. Tyler Reddick to the front of the field.
Car there on the inside.
Oh, heavy damage on Schneider's race car.
Still there. Careful. Still there.
I don't know how that wasn't the big one either. We've had a lot of near misses in this race. A lot of close calls. Let's get closer to the end of the stages, the end of the race. It gets wild, and that was definitely a wild moment just a few laps ago.
Still there.
McDowell, we haven't seen him much since the very beginning. We know he's got a fast car too.
Stay low. Clear high, bud.
Qualified on the pole. This second pack needs to catch that lead pack right now. They're more single file than the lead pack, but not completely single file either. Pack actually with 3 wide now.
Still there.
That's not gonna help. Just trying to gain all the positions. Oh. Stalled his own run out behind the 20 of Eric Jones.
Careful. Still there.
They're drafting Austin Dillon. Can he pull clear on the 37 of Priest? Oh, no, not quite, not quite.
Got a car low now.
Contact, now they're 3 wide.
Hold your line, driver.
Schneider a little loose. Oh, and he tags the 20.
Inside.
Jones is gonna save it. Thankfully, Ty Dillon picked Schneider back up quickly in the draft on the high side.
Got a car coming inside now.
Oh no, no, we got trouble. Crash, cars in the wall. Schneider barely made it through to the bottom as he gassed it up. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. involved, a few other cars. I think Bubba Wallace was around. And a lot of others stacked up back in the pack, and Schneider just barely avoided to the inside. He got clipped by the 3 of Austin Dillon, and that was about it. Caution is out here at Daytona. The big one has stricken late in stage 2. Whew. Had my light flash before my eyes on that one. That was a very near miss. It wasn't a complete miss. Damage on the right side of the 99. He will hit pit road to repair the damage. I think everybody that pitted there was probably involved in the accident in some way, shape, or form.
Be ready here. Hammer down.
Green flag back in the air. Reddick leads the field to the green. Schneider going to restart in 33rd. Oh, somebody stacking up the inside on the restart. I don't know who it is, but somebody did not take off well at all there. Middle of the pack, and they're still not taking off well at all, and this pack is going to be split into 2 here very shortly. Schneider finally moves to the outside. I think it's Austin Dillon. I think he stayed out of the pits. I don't know why he didn't pit. Schneider all of a sudden now is in the 3rd lane on the outside. McLeod's got some damage. He just door slams the 99 getting into turn 3. Big hole up the middle. Schneider in the back of the 30. Clears David Reagan on the bottom. Has 7 laps to go in stage 2 this time by. Dolmendinger, pretty big candy bar guy.
Careful, still there. All right, you're clear there. Careful.
They're definitely racing pretty hard up at the front of the field. It's a 3-car breakaway. Not breakaway, really. They only got about a car length and a half ahead of 4th, but they're kind of controlling that inside lane.
Careful, still there.
Second group is 2x2 as well. We'll see if they can catch him. Only 6 laps to go in the stage. Even when they get there, I don't think they're going to have a great chance to get inside the top 10, which is what Logano and Keselowski would like.
Careful, still there. Careful, still there.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. That's what Kyle Busch called him.
You got room, you're clear.
Ricky Stenhouse. See if these guys can make up some ground.
5 to go, driver. Still there.
And he's going to abandon Joey Logano and have Matt DiBenedetto push him.
You got room, you're clear.
Right at the back of that pack. It looks like one's in the middle there off turn 2 as well. Can they close? 4 laps to go in stage 2 this time by. It feels like Schneider's closing in on him, but the intervals aren't really changing. Maybe a tenth or two quicker. That last half lap, I guess. All he needs to do is get close enough behind the 38 and even check, and he'll have a gigantic run back to the pack. They are blocking like crazy. I see cars changing lanes left and right. Schneider gonna try to pit. Ducks out of line. Late decision to hit pit road. He's gonna go fuel only. Lock the tires up pretty good, but he will not take tires. It'll be fuel only. Topping off. Repair whatever damage he's got. Pit road was gonna close next time by, so Schneider is going to pit now so he can stay out during the stage break. 2.9 seconds, just a little splash and go to try and stay on the lead lap. Denny Hamlin to the lead in stage 2. EB Forever 85, welcome to the stream. I mean, it was he didn't intentionally wreck his teammate, but it is crazy how that works out. Now Bowman's pretty much in the must. He pretty much wrecked his teammate that not only was in the playoffs, but costed him a good chance to go to the round of 8 with that accident, because unless Bowman goes out and wins the Roval, I don't think he's making it into the next round. He's 52 points below the cutoff line, so he's probably going to have to win. Same goes for Byron, who's in a separate accident. Well, there's the pack. Schneider's going to try to stay in front of him so he can restart in the lead at the end of the stage. Right now, that pack is led by Eric Almirola. They are on the final lap, so this is the final lap of stage 2. Pack still split into 2. Will it be Eric Almirola or Denny Hamlin? Off turn 4. Hamlin looks like he's lost some spots. Almirola still out in front. And Eric Almirola will win stage 2 here at Daytona. Schneider wins stage 2. Everybody will pit. And how about the 2 drivers in the biggest deficits coming into this race were first and second in stage 2. Almirola first, Kenseth second. I will update the points on the left side of the screen for the start of the final stage, so give me just a couple minutes to do that, and then we will get this final stage underway. Boy, it is going to be a wild finish to this one. Eric Almirola, the stage 2 winner. If he does advance to the round of 8, that will be an extra playoff point. And that was actually Eric Almirola's first stage win of the season, by my accounts. The first stage win of the year for Eric Almirola. That's 10 points for this round. Came in 34 behind. That'll help. Kenseth gains 9 points. He was 24 back. That will definitely put him in a little bit better of a spot. Denny Hamlin would have gotten 6 points, and that would have been it for the playoff drivers getting points. This should not take as long as usual. to update this point standings here. So only 3 playoff drivers got stage points that time. None outside of Schneider got stage points in stage 1. Schneider won stage 1. Eric Almirola wins stage 2. We'll see. Hopefully you guys are enjoying up to this point. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. Had a great night of racing so far. And we are not done yet. Less than 60 seconds, we will be back in action again. Just cropping the image now. It really helped that total between both stages combined, only 3 drivers had stage points, so it did not take me as long to organize everything because the points primarily didn't really change much. And we'll try to keep as good of an eye on it as we can. We get down closer and closer to the checkered flag. So there is the updated point standings. On the left-hand side of your screen, this will be going into the final stage of the race. Thanks for those of you that are still tuned in. And then again, Keegan Schneider short pitted with 4 laps to go in the stage. So he will get to stay out of the pits and restart from the lead. He went fuel only there, which means he'll likely have to take tires later, especially locking them up the way he did. 38 drivers still in the race. Look at the playoff drivers who can win in advance that are below the cutoff line at the front. You got Kenseth in second, Almirola third. Green flag back in the air. Stenhouse, who wrecked, is back up to 5th. That's unbelievable. What a quick turn of events for him. 57 laps left, and we're back underway at Daytona. I don't know what I'm doing on this restart. I'm not paying attention to where I was going, that's for sure. Let me get the chat back up there for a second. Championship 4. Knight Bristol on P4. That'd be a good championship. Well, I mean, Almirola and Kenseth still have a chance to point their way in. Kenseth is 15 points below the cutoff line now. He was 24 back, and Almirola was 34 back. Now he's 24 back. Those two going to line up. It's just all going to really be dependent on where those other drivers finish. And we're probably not going to know until after the checkered flag flies when they have to go back through the tallying order where everybody is running. And look at this, Matt Kenseth to the lead. That was a big block. Schneider somehow squeezed in between Alex Bowman and Ryan Preece. Schneider gets a massive run. Bowman checked up as Schneider tried to get out of the way at the last second. And he made such an evasive maneuver. Now he pulls back to the top, and Bowman will be the driver to go to the bottom, and he's going to try to go for the lead underneath Kenseth. Schneider's got a gigantic run coming on the 42. Oh, what a move! Oh, how did that work? Oh. textbook super speedway racing at its finest right there. From the top, passing and clearing and blocking the 10 of Almirola to go 3 wide to the bottom into 1 and to the lead into 3, but now he gets shuffled out of line immediately, and Eric Almirola is going to be out in front. With Kyle Busch out of nowhere up to second. Where's he been all night? Remember, Busch won the last Daytona race, that 80-lap event under the lights earlier this season. I'd say he had a stronger car in that one. He led the most laps, but out of nowhere, he's now in contention. Move of the race. A couple laps ago, by the way. Or last lap, whatever it was. Last lap off of... They're going into 1. Almirola going to stay high. Schneider to the bottom. Troy LaJoie is coming. He will push the 99. To the lead off turn 4. Too bad we couldn't actually lead the lap and hold on to the lead for more than a half a lap after we had made that aggressive move. Eyes like a hawk to find that hole and be able to fit the car in there from the top to the bottom like he did. Stenhouse pushing Boyer. LaJoie tried to crowd the 14. Wasn't going to be enough. Schneider going to pull up in front of Boyer, who hops in front of his teammate Almirola, and the SHR cars going to try to work together. Boyer trying to get what could be his final career win, while Almirola is trying to get into the round of 8. He somehow makes it to the championship 4. Almirola could have a shot knowing it's at Talladega. Almirola came in as the 16th seed off of playoff points. He was the 15th driver in the points standings, but he had no playoff points versus Boyer, who was the last driver to clinch on points. Boyer had a couple stage wins to Almirola's 0. Now, granted, Almirola just got his first stage win of the season. Literally at the end of stage 2 tonight. Part of why he's in this big of a deficit. Boyer to the lead with help from Stenhouse. Stenhouse trying to get back to the lead after wrecking earlier. We have had the big one once. Will we have it again? As far as cautions for incident go, we've had quite a few. 5 cautions for incident, 7 cautions total. You count the stage breaks. Schneider got to the outside of Boyer. He's trying to side draft him, still trying to side draft him, and now LaJoie's going to give him a push to the 99. Boyer going to try to clear up. Thought better of it. Stays down on the bottom in front of the 20 of Jones. Now he clears up. Schneider gets to the bottom in front of Jones. Oh, Boyer came off the double yellow line. Schneider trying to get in there. Well, comment down below. Who do you think's going to win? Who do you want to win this race? 49 laps to go. It has been a wild one so far. In the round of 12 cutoff race, we haven't seen playoff drivers at the front of the field hardly at all today until the end of stage 2 when Almirola and Kenseth finished 1-2. Almost 4 wide off the exit of turn 2 back there. Bobby Carter back in the mix. He's trying to get his first career win. Schneider trying to block 3 lanes at once. Angel Records FX, welcome to the stream. Angel Records, sorry, Angel Records. I'm assuming it's Records, not Records. We want Fincham to win. Fincham gets a win in each of the 2 seasons we've ran at on the career mode. That'd be crazy. Bobby Carter getting a push from Cole Custer. It's going to be 3 wide on that inside lane again. Carter's coming in strong. Schneider blocks to the bottom into turn 3. Well, we saw one big one already. I mean, it wasn't like a big one that took out half the field, but the way they're racing 3x3 like they are, the next one could be. Oh boy, that was almost it right there. And Bobby Carter is out in front at Daytona. A lot of SHR cars up at the front of the field now. Custer, Boyer, Almirola won stage 2. I think he's still in the top 10 back there. The high side behind Byron. Their side draft to the 41. Tries to pull away into 3, but kind of pulled away from his drafting help. Fellow Toyota driver Eric Jones right behind him. You got Carter in the Toyota. You got Bell, Kyle Busch, and Schneider in the Toyota, all towards the front of the field. And then you got the SHR Fords. Boyer would be fun because it could be his last win ever on the channel. In the newer games at least, not the classic games. He's not in 05 yet. Oh, that is a massive run on turn 2. And Carter might have a run for his money into 3. Custer didn't go up the side draft the 99, so he will still have the momentum and slingshot to the bottom into 3. Really no help for Bobby Carter, but Schneider created that run on his own, but he needs a little bit of help to clear the 73 off turn 4, and that help comes from the 41 of Custer. 45 laps to go. Carter's had a very strong car all day. Oh, Schneider with a big block! Couldn't get back down to the bottom and get booted out of line. He chose the... Oh, and we almost had a crash. Bell thought he had the 73 of Carter cleared, and he stumped the 73 car in the wall, and now look at all the Toyotas that have managed to get to the front. Hamlin came out of nowhere. 3 Joe Gibbs Toyotas and a Channel Racing Toyota. I don't know who Bobby Carter's racing for, but he was just up here. Toyota frenzy at the front of the field, and Busch and Hamlin, the teammates, are trying to work together. They're trying to go to the outside. Custer's going to block it. Whoa, I did not want to change the camera angle there. Oh, Hamlin got shuffled out of line. Busch went to the bottom. I think Hamlin wanted to go there, but Schneider beat him to it. Angel Records is hoping for the big one. We may get it soon. Heat is on. Busch well above the cutoff line. He's got to be careful because he doesn't want to get himself in a situation where he can crash and end all that. Same goes for Logano and Hamlin, who are now climbing their way up through the leaderboard, but they're all looking for a win that will carry them more bonus points into the next round. Logano 3 wide to the outside of the 11. Josh Bilicki underneath him. What if Bilicki goes on to win 2 of the 3 races in the round? Of course, he's not in the playoffs, but that would be huge for him. Why do I keep hitting that button? It's going to cause a wreck of its own one of these times. We might as well start alternating through the different camera angles. We got to do it one more time yet. Let's do it right now. Custer with a big block on Kyle Busch. Well, next dozen laps. Got our green at least. We will alternate through the... That's the second time we tried to alternate through the camera angles and we got a caution. And it was like in the same spot, like 5 to 10 seconds after we started doing it. Caution's out again. First time of the final stage with 42 to go. Not sure exactly what caused it. This will be our 8th caution of the night, our 6th for incident. Schneider's going to pit. And I think Chad Fincham may be out of the race. Who said Fincham was going to win today? That will not happen, unfortunately, now. Who said Fincham was going to win? Tyler Burbeck wanted Fincham to win. Well, Tyler, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but Chad Fincham is out of the race. 3 drivers are now DNF. Schneider will restart 24th. It looked like everybody else stayed out of the pits. Green flag back in the air at Dega. Custer leads the field to the green. I shouldn't say they didn't stay out of the pits. They just took fuel only. Remember, Schneider took fuel only to restart at the front of the field at the end of the stage, so he had to pit for tires that time. I don't think he was expecting a caution that soon. And will this be the final restart of the day? I highly doubt it, but you never know. Blaney 5 points above the cutoff line. Where's Kurt Busch at? You see Kenseth there. Busch has to beat Blaney by 5 spots. Kenseth has to beat Blaney by 15 and beat Busch by 10. Keselowski and Almirola near must wins. Kenseth almost practically in a must win as well, though. I haven't really seen Truex much today. Truex is at the very back of the field right now. It's possible that Kurt Busch can make up 13 points on him. I'm not sure exactly where Kurt's at. I don't see him anywhere. Oh, there he is. He's on the outside further up ahead. I don't know how Almirola lost so many spots so quick. A lot of playoff drivers in the middle here. Kenseth, Harvick, Blaney, Schneider, Almirola. Truex behind these guys. Kurt Busch just in front of them. 3 by 3 off of turn 4. 37 to go. Harvick is pushing Busher. Ty Dillon trying to push Joey Gase. He got a little loose. Had to lift off the exit of turn 2. Nope. I don't know if this is going to work. 4 wide into turn 3. Contact, and the 10 almost goes around. Not enough room for that. That probably wasn't a wise move to go 4 wide into turn 3 at Daytona, and they made it through without a wreck, but that really stacked up the 10 and the 99. Being a little too aggressive that time. I don't think Almirola appreciated that, knowing the position he's in the playoffs. Harvick pulls up to the high side. Schneider cuts down underneath him. 211 miles an hour into the corner. Almirola trying to block Schneider. Well, he's being just as aggressive as we were, so I guess it's not, maybe it's his form of payback on a super speedway. I really don't know. Over. How many more cautions do you guys think we're going to get before the end of this race? The top 4 or 5 have started to get split apart. Looks like they're tandem racing up there. 'Cause a lot of positions. Ty Dillon moved off the bottom. Snyder to the back bumper now of Logano.
That was a better lap. Stay low, stay low.
44.101. That was the fastest lap Schneider's ran today. About 0.2 of a second off of my fastest lap ever at Daytona.
Still there.
Can't get to the top yet. Bobby Carter up there. Now he'll just stay in line behind Logano and pull out of line down to the double yellow line on the back straightaway. Side by side for the lead between Custer and Jones. Custer trying to go for his second career win. The NASCAR Cup Series, Jones trying to go for his fourth in the career mode. Total, including the career mode, I should say.
Stay out the bottom.
Got the win at Phoenix last season.
Stay low, stay
That
low.
is 2 in real life. 1 at this racetrack in this very race.
All right, you're clear there.
Tyler says 3 cautions. Patrick says 2.
Still there.
Tyler not quite close enough to get a draft off of Brian Priest up there. Carter's not close enough behind him to help push him up there.
All right, you're
Schneider's
clear.
going to go to the high side of McDowell. Shuffle him out of line. Up the middle.
Hold your
Kyle
left.
Busch. Schneider's making his own way through. That was an unbelievable move. You can't clear the 34 though. Not yet at least. It's a nice run off turn 2. He'll clear him down the back straightaway.
Low clear.
Now he's close enough behind Priest, and he's going to get a big run into turn 3. Bowman does not move down. Custer can. He's still on the outside of the 37. Briefly. Not anymore. Oh! Schneider got loose off turn 4. Car wanted to go to pit road there for a second. Checked up, merged back in traffic. We're good. Lost a few positions, but better than losing the race car. I don't know if he was just carrying too much speed off turn 4 of that gigantic run, but
Careful. Still there.
got mad loose all of a sudden. Pulls back clear on Austin Dillon off turn 2. Into the 7th position behind Bowman. Pulls out of line. Right back up to 209 miles an hour into turn 3 again. Side by side for the lead. Eric Jones will lose the lead. Troy LaJoy pushing in, it looks like Clint Boyer back to the front.
Careful. Still there.
Schneider hangs Custer out. Custer moves up in front of Priest. Priest will push the 41. Those will definitely get more split apart here towards the front. Meantime, at least Schneider the 4th, passing Custer. Can LaJoy get underneath Clint Boyer and have a chance to get to the lead? Schneider's going to push Eric Jones in the 20 on the high side. Joy thought about going to the top in front of Jones and realizes they probably don't quite have the momentum to be able to run up there. Schneider to the bottom will hang Jones out to dry, and we got kind of a freight train line going at the front of the field on the double yellow line on the bottom of the track. Now less than 30 to go, 28.5 laps remain. Joy may get to the outside of Boyer into turn 3. He's going to get a shot from Schneider. Is Boyer going to block? He may. And Joy is almost there. And he is there. Side by side for the lead into turn 1. Corey LaJoy trying the outside. Schneider lost ground. He moves to the bottom, cutting off Custer and falling in line behind Priest. LaJoy side drafting the 14 really, really well.
Careful. Still there.
Schneider's got to run. And he's going for it. 3 wide to the bottom for the lead. And here comes Priest to help. Schneider back to the front.
All right, you're clear there.
Clear off turn 4. Boyer pulls back the 32 of LaJoy in the side draft. Priest backs off to get a run. 27 laps to go at Daytona in the round of 12 finale. Schneider trying to take 5 more playoff points. Will a 21st win of the season if he can get it done here tonight. Carry into the round of 8. Now Kurt Busch fighting to the front. Needs to beat Blaney by 5 positions if he wants to point his way into the round of 8. Can't tell where Blaney's at, but Kurt Busch is inside the top 10. Big block on LaJoy, and Priest will get to the lead on the bottom. Oh, Bubba Wallace gets a little loose now off the exit of turn 2. LaJoy gets stuffed into the wall by the 99. And Ryan Priest lost the bottom of the track meanwhile, and Clint Boyer is going for the race lead off turn 4. Schneider up the middle. Custer hung out to dry. Schneider to push Priest. Kurt Busch looking for a date with Destiny to advance to the next round. And bump out the 12 of Blaney. Oh, Schneider squeezes 4 wide. Forced his way up to 4th. Kurt Busch in 2nd. Right now, he's looking good. Blaney is nowhere to be found. But who knows in another 24 laps if that will still be the case. Kurt's going to try to do whatever he can to get to the lead. He's content for the moment, but he can't control what goes on behind him. Schneider trying to get to 3rd underneath Ty Dillon. Boyer may have left the bottom open for Kurt Busch, and he did. Kurt Busch to the inside for the lead on Clint Boyer. Schneider to the top. In front of Ty Dillon. Dillon's going to give Schneider a shot. Boyer's got some momentum. Schneider's going to try to cut to the bottom. Ty Dillon follows the draft. Kurt Busch didn't know Schneider was there. He made contact. 3 wide to the lead into 1. With help from Ty Dillon, who is now up to 2nd on his own, and Boyer almost got in the wall up turn 2. .22 to go this time by. William Byron in the mix. He won this race a year ago. Real life, not the career mode. Byron looking for his first win of the season. Kurt Busch is still on the high side, and he's running 4th or 5th right now. I don't think he's led all night. If this miraculously goes green the final 43 laps of the race, that would be insane. We still got to alternate through the camera angle, so we'll do that when we get back to the start-finish line this time by a dozen laps. Hopefully we don't get a caution immediately again, because we had them the first 2 times. Schneider leads. Kurt Busch trying to beat Blaney by at least 5 positions. But that is barring that nobody else below Kurt Busch in points, meaning Matt Kenseth, Brad Keselowski, or Eric Almirola win the race. And we saw Almirola win stage 2, so we know he's got a fast car. He led some laps very, very early in the race as well. Kurt trying to get back down to the bottom, and I believe he did, behind Kevin Harvick. A lot of SHR cars back up here at the front of the field again, but they're not all lined up either. You got some on the top and some on the bottom, it looks like. We're blocking the middle, the top, the bottom. And Bubba Wallace going to take it 3 wide to the bottom lane into the tri-oval. And he is trying to get to the lead with 20 laps to go. Got his first career win in real life yesterday. Can he get his first career win in the career mode on this game today? Only it would be for Richard Petty. getting the 43 back to victory lane for the first time since 2014. And Almirola did it at this same racetrack. They're still trying to block 3 lanes. Byron trying to side draft the top and the bottom. He's doing what he can in the middle. And he'll need some help from behind with some pushes as well. Schneider's fending them off for now. Wallace going to stay on the double yellow line. Ty Dillon trying to get a run on the high side. Byron still in the middle. And these guys just can't break free of one another. They're side drafting each other too much. Schneider is moving all over the place. He's trying desperately to hold on to the lead, and it's not enough. And Ty Dillon will get the push from Clint Boyer. Byron will push Schneider in that middle lane. Schneider clears the 43 down low. Pulls back up in front of the 24. McDowell back in the mix after starting on the pole. He's up inside the top 5. It gets a big run on the back of Boyer, and he's quickly back to 3rd place. Ty Dillon trying to get his first career win in the NASCAR Cup Series. Former Truck Series champ. Is Dillon. Schneider to the high side to work with Boyer. Dillon up to block Boyer. Schneider down to the bottom now. He'll get underneath the 14 car for second. Byron is on the inside as well. Kurt Busch on the inside, about 4 or 5 cars back. I can see Blaney. He's in the middle of the pack right now. Also on the inside. Kurt's got 5 spots on him for now, but Blaney is closing. Ty Dillon had a pretty big lead. Schneider finally cleared Boyer. He's got the 24 car pushing him. Still pushing him off turn 4. Almirola's back in the mix. He's 3 wide to the inside of Logano. Don't forget about Eric Almirola, who needs a win to get in. Unless he can somehow beat Blaney by 24 spots. Not impossible. Or one of these playoff drivers DNF before the end. 3 DNF so far, all non-playoff drivers. We've had one big one. We have had 8 cautions per incident so far. 3 in stage 1, 2 in stage 2, and only 1 in the final stage per incident. Then the 2 stage breaks. Byron gave a push to Schneider, almost made contact with the 13, and Byron's hung out to dry. In the middle, Wallace didn't go with him. He got underneath them, split him apart. Schneider's still trying to side draft the 13 car. Wallace now going to push the 99 to the bottom, and this is getting tight. McDowell being pushed by Harvick, and they are 3 wide. 3 by 3 through the field in turns 1 and 2. Nobody can seemingly get the edge right now. McDowell is cleared high. Still got Harvick pushing him. A lot of SHR cars up here. That could be the help Almirola needs. He's got Boyer, Harvick around him. Ty Dillon and Schneider have been side by side for over a lap now. Schneider's still going to side draft the 13. You can see how close Dillon was to clearing. But Schneider stayed on him. And Schneider actually going to lead the lap at the line. Bubba Wallace is going to try to go 3 wide to the bottom as he hooks the 99. And Schneider tries to block and stay in front of him. That cost the momentum for all those drivers. And Ty Dillon will hold on to the lead. With 15 to go. Dillon had the lead for a whole half a lap, and Schneider again gets back to the inside. Will he be able to clear this time? Almirola, meanwhile, is up to 5th. Dillon side drafts the 99. He's not done yet. Schneider trying to get him back. Can't quite do it. Wallace with a push. That'll help, and he does get him back. Almirola and Boyer working together in that 3rd lane. Schneider's clear into 1. Bubba Wallace to the inside will try to challenge for the lead again. Schneider hops down in front of Hamlin. Hamlin knocks him out of the way. And the future owner of Bubba Wallace's race car may help Bubba Wallace win this race for Richard Petty Motorsports. Schneider is very close to the wall. Boyer gets knocked out of the way by the 13, being pushed by Stenhouse. And Truex is in the mix for the first time today, and here's Blaney. Blaney is ahead of Kurt Busch now. Those are the drivers on the cutoff line. Kurt Busch and Ryan Blaney. Schneider back to the bottom behind the 12. Blaney to the inside of Truex. He'll get another point. Busch is on the bottom just a couple rows back. And now Blaney shuffled off the inside. Schneider's underneath it. Busch needs to beat the 12 by 5 positions. A lot of cars on the top, not that many on the bottom. It's going to be interesting to see what Kurt Busch does. Boyer trying to push the 99. Kurt wants to stay on the bottom. Knowing that the 12's up high, he wants to run a different lane. He feels that could be the opportunity to get around him. Well, now my probably third and final question is who is going to get that last spot? Kurt Busch or Ryan Blaney, or will any of the 3 drivers below Busch in the standings win the race? Almirola was close. I don't know where he fell to. He was there. Schneider clears Blaney finally. And now they all go to the bottom. So the top 5 was on the top. Now they go to the bottom. Not all of them. Stenhouse stays high. He's going to get shuffled out of line. Schneider clears him. Oh, man. A side swipe by the 88 of Bowman as he tried to get the quarter panel. Bowman tried to throw a block. We got some racing going on right now. And we're going to lose a couple positions. Schneider clears the 11. Now he's underneath the 88 of Bowman. Wallace still leads the field. Hamlin hops back down to the bottom again. Schneider's got a massive run. He'll get by Nemechek. He's up to second off turn 4. Nemechek blocks Hamlin. Kurt Busch has gotten back around Ryan Blaney. And trying to pull away from him. 10 laps to go at Daytona. Schneider going for the lead into 1 on Bubba Wallace. Nemechek coming in hot, so is Hamlin. They closed up on the 43 and the 99 who are side by side. Bumpers are locked between the 2 championship favorites of Hamlin and Schneider. And the 2 that have been 1-2 in points all season long run 1-2 with just 5 races to go. And 9 laps left this time by. We'll go back to the normal camera to the end of the race. Blaney still inside the top 10. Kurt Busch is up to 3rd. Can Busch beat Blaney by 5 spots? And almost lost the bottom to Hamlin. Mostly single file through the front 5. And then they're 3 wide from about 6 on back. Walls hops back to the outside. Now they're lane changing. Busch and Hamlin going to control those lanes. They don't control the 38 of Nemechek. Hamlin will, though. Busch couldn't. And Blaney is drafting with his best friend Bubba Wallace on the inside. They're going to try to work as a tandem. 8 to go this time by in the round of 12. Kurt may not beat Blaney by 5 spots, but a win will put him in. And he is going for it. He's 3 wide middle. Blaney is on the bottom 3 wide. Hamlin gets to the lead into 1 with help from Nemechek. Wallace to push the 99. Contact between Blaney and Stenhouse. And they somehow make it off of turn 2. Well, will they make it to the end of the race? If so, it'll be a 43-lap green flag run to the end. Schneider back to the inside of Kurt Busch. Busch loses a spot. Blaney is right behind him, too. And Kurt's got a chance to pull low. But he doesn't do it. He may be waiting. And now he pulls low. He's in front of the 12. And with 7 to go, Kurt has to be thinking it is must win with the 12 right there. Schneider's going to get underneath Nemechek, trying to get around him for second place. We haven't seen a lot of playoff drivers at the front of the field very often today, but now you see a bunch of them towards the front lane. Big block on Nemechek, who makes a big save. Big time save. Schneider was not cleared down the back straightaway. Kurt Busch to 3rd, Blaney to 4th. Hamlin still leads in turns 3 and 4 as now most of the field gravitates back to the top. Justin Haley, who led a lot of laps early on, is trying to climb back into the race with help from BJ McLeod. 6 laps to go at Daytona. Schneider's closing on Denny Hamlin. Big run. He'll take it. Into 1 for the lead. Kurt goes to the bottom. Blaney's still on the outside. He's got cars underneath him and he's losing positions. Kurt Busch will push Schneider to the lead for the meantime. Blaney's still hanging in there about 4th or 5th on the outside of Justin Haley. Kurt Busch is on the inside of Denny Hamlin for 2nd as Schneider leads into 3. And not quite 3 wide in the top 5 yet. Oh, Schneider got shuffled out of line. He lost the bottom and Kurt Busch will get to the lead. Contact between Haley and Schneider now. Kurt Busch leads with 5 to go as he tries to make it to the round of 8, and we have a caution. Caution is out with 5 remaining. Oh my goodness. And now we'll have a green-white checker. This is just absurd. Every cutoff race, it feels like, no matter what the series is, comes down to the wire. Career mode, championship mode, real life video game. And here we go again. With just 2 to go, Kurt Busch leads. If he doesn't win, he has to beat Blaney by 5 positions. Then it will go to a tiebreaker for the best finish of the round. Which if Kurt, say, finishes 2nd, he would have the tiebreaker. I'd have to go back and look at the finishes. But Kurt Busch will lead on the restart. He left Schneider behind him. Now Blaney's on the inside as well in 7th.
Be ready here.
And the green flag is back in the air with 2 to go at Daytona. Kurt's going to try to block the bottom. Schneider's going to try to go up the middle.
Hold that line, driver.
He wants to go for the win. He's up to 2nd. He's got the nose out in front, but can he clear Kurt Busch? He will not. Kurt did a great job holding on to the double yellow line.
Hold your line. Got
Can he win the race? Schneider and Hamlin, they're going for it. Schneider's going to side draft the 1. Blaney wants to get up here now.
Careful. Still there.
Oh, contact down the back straightaway. McLeod's going to try to push Schneider. Side by side for the lead in 3 and 4 as they come to the white flag.
Still there.
The bottom is losing momentum and Schneider gets to the lead on the high side. 1 to go.
1 more to go.
What a push from BJ McLeod. Now he'll back up and try to get a run. He slides in front of Kurt Busch into turn 1. Bobby Carter's back in the mix now on the high side. With Custer behind him, Custer's been a great push car today. Kurt Busch is only about a couple positions ahead of Ryan Blaney. Schneider's going to block the lanes in 3 and 4. How many spots is Blaney going to lose on the final lap? Will be enough for Kurt to get in. And at the front of the field, it is Schneider leading the field. He gets loose on turn 4. He's going to try to door check the 73. The 78 to the bottom. He almost lost the race, but he hangs on in a 3-wide finish to the checker. Schneider wins at Daytona. Oh my goodness. And did Kurt Busch get in? Where did Kurt Busch finish and where did Ryan Blaney finish? I don't know why the car got so loose off 4. It did that earlier on me too, and I saved it almost going into the pits. And then it did it again on the final lap. And if it wasn't for door slamming the 73, I think Bobby Carter was about ready to win the race. Oh my goodness. A heart pounder to say the least. 21st of the season, 26th of Schneider's career. Actually, it might be the 22nd. I think it's the 22nd win of the year after winning the last race. Yeah, 22nd win of the season. Unbelievable there. That'd be career win number 27 for Keegan Schneider. And now we'll take a look at the finishing results. Why is the screen like this? Kurt Busch finishes 5th. Ryan Blaney 9th. By 1 point, Ryan Blaney hangs on. I don't know why the screen is faded like this. I've never seen it like this before. Is it faded for you guys? It is faded for you guys too. So it's not just my TV. Okay, that's good. 1 point, Ryan Blaney outscores Kurt Busch. But did Kurt Busch outscore Truex? So Blaney gets in over Busch. Kurt Busch needed 13 spots over Truex. Oh, he did. Truex 27th. Kurt Busch 5th. That'll be 22 points gained. So Kurt Busch gets in over Truex. Blaney gets in over Truex. So Kurt Busch might have gotten in anyway. Let's see. Who else needed the points? Keselowski, where was he at? Sorry, Brad got eliminated already. Not Keselowski. Oh, sorry, Brad was already below the cutoff line. My bad. Joey Logano was 14 points. Where did Logano finish? He finishes 30th. He's behind Truex. Kurt Busch outscored... You guys are probably going to have to sit around here for a couple minutes for me to redo the points. The screen is dark because Halloween is approaching and the festivities are... Yeah, the festivities are kicking in on the channel. I don't know why the screen's so dark. I can see it. If you guys can't, I'm sorry for your luck, I guess. I can't really do anything about it. So let me tally the points here real quick. Because Logano only gets 7 points for his finish. Truex gets 10 points for his finish, so Truex is ahead of Logano. Blaney finishes 9th. That'll be 28 for him. Kurt Busch gets 32. Kenseth gets 22. Almirola gets 23. I mean, this is nail-biting close. Because, we were focused on Kurt Busch and Ryan Blaney, but Truex and Logano finished outside the top 25, and they were only up by 14 and 13 points. I didn't think those guys were that far back. I saw Logano in the top 10 with a few laps to go. He must have had a bad restart on that green-white checker. Well, Keselowski DNF'd at the end, so we know he's eliminated. He was below the cutoff line anyway, but... we still got to get Newman. Where did Newman finish? Newman finished 20th. He was 18 points to the good. So that is 17 points for his finish. Kevin Harvick finishes 28th. He was 19 points to the good. Even Harvick had a terrible one. That's only 9 points for Harvick. This is just a scrambled mess right now. And then Kyle Busch, he finished 11th, so Kyle Busch is good. He was 30 points to the good anyway. Hamlin had a top 10. He was 7th. Almost done, guys. Bear with me. Bear with me. Got people talking about Halloween in the chat. What was the margin of victory, by the way? Margin of victory... Oh, I didn't even realize McLeod got second place. I thought Bobby Carter had second. So BJ McLeod finishes second. That's just crazy. So McLeod second by 29, 16, 45 1,000ths of a second. So 45 1,000ths of a second or 400ths of a second. Schneider with the win over McLeod. Back to third place, Bobby Carter was 56 1,000ths of a second. So 45 1,000ths of a second between first and second, and 56 1,000ths of a second between first and third. Even Cole Custer was 95 1,000ths of a second back. The top four finished within a tenth of a second of each other. That's just crazy. And a 3-wide finish at Daytona. Movement, welcome to the stream. Welcome anybody else who's been joining in here late. Billy Kramer as well. I can barely read the name. Sorry, I was looking at the margin of victory. I'm almost done with the points, though, I promise. I just got to get it organized now. Do you guys, let me know down in the chat, do you want me to physically show you the points? If so, it will take me a couple more minutes to organize it for you guys, but if not, I could just read them off in order virtue of the points they scored. And you guys can just kind of listen in to how big the margin was. The drivers eliminated. Yeah, let me know down in the chat. Oh man, that's unbelievable. I mean, we couldn't have had a crazier 3-wide win and then all this points situational stuff. Yes, you want me to show you guys or physically show us so we can wait? Okay. Yeah, it'll take me a couple minutes to actually physically organize it. Alrighty. Well, before you head out of here, for those of you not sticking around, like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. How could you not after this race here today? Trying to copy and paste as quick as I can. I mean, I guess it's kind of good I'm doing this too, because I kind of got to organize this for myself. Because, I mean, the points got so scrambled compared to where they were going into the final stage. And who would have thought Kurt Busch losing the lead on that restart, and he's... I believe he's still going to get in looking at this. Almost done. One, two, three. Okay, I got it. Alrighty. Now let me just get the differentials in there and we're good to go. I promise you this will also be brighter than the screen you see with the game. Again, I'm not sure exactly why that happened the way it did, but that's all right. We don't need to look at the points on there. Those aren't going to matter. These are the accurate points. Screen. All right, I'm just going to pull it up full screen instead of cutting everything out. So that way I don't take the extra time to crop the image out like I usually do. So we'll go full screen here. And there we go. So there is a look at the points. Denny Hamlin, 48 points to the good. Kyle Busch, 35 points to the good. Ryan Newman, plus 14. Blaney actually ended in plus 12. Kurt Busch ended up plus 11. That's because Harvick, Truex, and Logano all finished outside the top 25. So we thought they were racing each other. They ended up ahead of a lot of these other guys that finished outside the top 25. Harvick, plus 7. Truex, last driver above the cutoff line to make it to the round of 8. He was plus 2 over Joey Logano. Logano by 2 points misses the round of 8. Matt Kenseth misses by 11 points. Almirola by 19. And Keselowski by 38 points. Crazy. Crazy stuff. This was the cutoff race. Yeah, this was the cutoff race. Rest in peace, Logano down in the chat. Yeah, I mean, he was... I swear, and you guys can attest to this down in the chat, wasn't Joey Logano, like, I remember him 3 wide on the outside right before that caution came out. Maybe not like right when it came out, but within a lap or two before the caution came out, he was 3 wide on the outside, like around 5th or 6th. Because it was right as Kurt Busch and Ryan Blaney were making their way onto the bottom, and then Kurt ended up in the lead right before the caution wave. I could have swore he was up there, so he must have just lost a bunch of positions on the restart, is what I'm thinking. Keselowski DNF'd. He brought out that last caution, so he was in a must-win situation anyway going into the final stage. But yeah, Logano 30th. Just imagine Logano, if he would have finished 28th, it would have went to a tiebreaker between him and Truex for the best finish of the round. I don't know I don't know any of the tiebreakers, so if we would have had to tie, I would have had to log out of this and go back into the race finishing results. Crazy stuff. Well, we got the win, though. You can't really see us in victory lane, but we're there. We also had the fastest lap of the race, 44.101. Let's see who led the most laps. We did. Awesome. 50 laps led. That was the most laps led for anybody in this race today. Crazy stuff. Cutoff race is at the Roval this weekend, Dark Crypto. Yeah, in real life, it's at the Roval this weekend. Next cutoff race, as Tyler said, race 35, the Roval in the round of 8 instead of the round of 12 like it is in real life. Round of 8, the Roval will be the cutoff race. The next 2 races, we go to Gateway for the first time ever in the NASCAR Cup Series. That will be the first race of the round of 8. The Bristol Night Race will be the second race leading into the Roval for the round of 8 finale. And the 4 drivers to make it out of the round of 8 to the championship 4 will compete at Talladega for the championship in a winner-take-all. Best finisher of those 4 will win the championship. If it's anything like this Daytona race, it is going to be even crazier at Talladega. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. Great for those of you coming out tonight. Hit that like button on your way out as well. 1 like shy of 20. Thanks for all the support you guys have given me. Again, I see you guys saying thanks for 1,000 subscribers on the channel. Greatly appreciate it. I couldn't have done it without you. You know, quite honestly. I can't do it without the fans. Drew Riley, welcome in late here. I know some of you guys, Terry Lewis, just came in a little bit late, but man, that was something yesterday, hitting that milestone, that's for sure. And as far as like you guys were asking about the super chat when we hit the milestone during the race yesterday on that live commentary. Um, and I don't know. I had to go through like AdSense, which is where you get your money through YouTube. So I had to sign up for an account. That processed through today, but then there was something else after that that still had to process, and instead it's still processing. So it was still in progress of reviewing my channel. So I don't know. I mean, it could be tomorrow when we get that stuff available when I'm completely monetized. But I mean, it's just a matter of days, hours, minutes at this point before that stuff comes. I was wondering if it was going to be on the channel by tonight, and looked like it was almost done, but not quite. So we'll see. But yeah, I know some of you guys have mentioned that you wanted to donate for a while and stuff. So just giving you the update on that. But thanks for everybody tuning in. Yeah, there we go. 21 likes right as we exit the stream. Again, thanks for everybody tuning in. Again, like, share, and subscribe. I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, yeah, next stream. Next stream will be another wild one. Not on this game. It'll be on NASCAR Chase for the Cup 2005. We are going All-Star Racing at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. The All-Star Race right before our Coke 600 will take place, so we'll run that tomorrow. Take a little break from NASCAR Heat 5 for the next couple days again, and we'll pick the Heat 5 career mode back up again on Friday night. But as far as tomorrow night goes, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard start time. So 8 p.m. Eastern Standard start time. It's a short race, but it is a fun one. The All-Star Race at Charlotte, $1 million on the line. We'll see if we can get Jimmy Johnson another All-Star victory. So that is what is on tap for tomorrow at 8 p.m. Like, share, and subscribe. Again, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.